So this is match 2, Dal versus Mt.Allison. Dal is ahead here. And just turn the volume down here for a second. This is the match I most wanted to commentate, and the reason being is that I'm actually really good friends with this Terran player. He, I've known him since he was little, actually. He's a few years younger than me. He's the same age as my younger brother, and I've known him. Well, jeez. Anyway, so enough about that. Going into this game, he had this is Purple Terran. He had a record of 1 win, 2 losses, and his opponent, the Zerg player, had a record 3 wins, 3 losses. So a slightly better record for the Zerg player, and an early, very early scout going out for the Terran player. Now I may leave this at normal speed given that this is a shorter game. So this is Heartbreak Ridge, and for those of you who don't know the map, there's only 2 spawning positions, so both players already know exactly where their opponent is. We're having another Overlord being produced before anything else going on, and the Terran player is going for, I believe they call this cheese, when the player puts down one of their buildings, especially an offensive building like this, in a position way away in a spot where they can't defend, but they can make an early rush. So it looks like we're going to have an early rush from the Terran player, and this was perhaps, I can only guess that this was practiced as a way of countering the fact that he assumed that the Zerg player was a better player than him, probably watched some of the replays and saw that this was a very tough Zerg player, and decided the best thing to do is to cheese his player. That's often a strategy that players will use when they know that they're outmatched, out-microed against an opponent, rather than taking it to a longer game. And is this what they're expecting? Oh, is this Zerg player going to do a typical... He is. So it's 2 hatch. So now this strategy may work. Is he going to move over to the other side before this? What I'm curious about is if he's going to start pumping Marines from here, or he's going to start pumping Marines from here and have a chance. Now it'll be interesting to see what the timing of when the Marines arrive, whether or not this hatchery is going to be cancelled. So now his SCV is coming in, and the Zerg player probably doesn't expect anything yet, because this is coming in probably with roughly around the timing you would expect an SCV to come in, and that was probably poorly microed there. The SCV, he didn't manage to keep that survive, which is a shame. It would have been nice to if he could have moved that SCV around for a while and distracted. So now you have lots of Lings coming towards the Terran player, and the Terran player is going to try to defend with very little, it looks like. He's got a supply depot here, but he's got no Marines to support. But his barracks is going to be kind of late. So this could be kind of a bit of a disaster for the Terran player, my friend here. He does have Marines. I don't know what he's waiting for, why his Marines aren't pushing out. Is he waiting for some kind of critical mass? So now he really needs to... Whoa. Volume. What he really needs to do now is he needs there. Okay, but this might be too little too late. No, just enough. And does he have... He needs to be pumping. Okay, there he is finally. So this is critical, and this is going to be very interesting to see if this cheese pulls off. Now his look at his Marines getting tangled up. They're not moving as a troop here. So it's really a key for this Terran player. If he forgets to repair this, and this goes down, this is going to be... Okay, he is repairing it. And now, okay, look, this could be an elimination match here. And that's actually pretty predictable. That the... kiting. This is called kiting, when you move your troops away and try to hit and run. And, that was a tough loss, to lose two Marines like that. And it looks like... he's realizing that he's got to deal with these Marines. The Zerg player pulls his Zerglings back. So right now, this is a game. It could go either way. He needs to take that out. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Zerg player's definitely got an advantage now. And look at these troops aren't even hitting as they run around and just bleed to death. Alright, now the Zerg player's got a definite advantage. The Terran player, he could be getting gas, he could be getting... There's a lot of stuff he isn't doing that would be helpful, right? That would be helpful to do. And now, I bet the Zerg player is going to get out some Hydras and attempt to crack the gates here. So it'll be interesting to see if the Terran player can recover. Time is not on his side. We can look here and see how much time is left here. Right now, it's looking very, very bad for for my friend here in purple. And no, he's just right now the Zerg player is replenishing. He still has this barracks up here he can harass with though. So that is one thing as to his advantage. He has no place to expand. He could build a command center and he's not doing it. But he could build a command center and send it down there and hold his breath. It's not going to be scouted. If Marines, I don't know. This is one thing I don't know about Heartbreak Ridge, whether the Marines have the range. Certainly a tank up here would have the range, and perhaps the Zerg player is playing cautious, and this is the reason he's mining. I bet you this Hydra is going to go for that barracks and try to protect. So let's speed it up here, because there's not really a lot happening at this moment. And this Terran player, now would be a good time to lay down a factory. There it is. And we have some SUVs that could be being put to use. So look at this. They're kind of jockeying here and playing chicken down at this corner of the map. The Zergling's going to run around and try to do... Anyway, very interesting. No, it looks like the Zerg's going up for a push. You see all that blue heading up towards the Terran base. This is going to be very, very tough. I don't think the Terran... He does have one of the... missile turrets, and that will provide some sight for him. But he doesn't have... Oh, he does have his scanner sweeps up. And if he loses that, he loses it. This is going to be very bad. Can he not even... I'm just going to crop check if he can even see that. He could see it, or he could see it 2 seconds ago. He missed his chance to kill that lurker. And this could be very devastating for him. Now he's got now he's got 2 lurkers in his base. Scans them just as he loses all his Marines. So that's brutal. Wow, that is not good. And the Dal players know it. Wow, cheesy Terran, says the Zerg player, and he's sending his love. And the Terran players realize that this is it. So there you go, and that ties up the series here.